What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today is a big day, alright? Clash Royale has released the balance changes, the work in progress balance changes for the June 2025 update, right? So next season. And honestly, I've seen worse, right? I've seen worse fucking balance changes. Clash Royale usually pretty goddamn awful with their balance changes, but this time, they're okay. So, again, reminder, these are all work in progress balance changes, so they're all subject to change. If you have beef with them, you can always bitch to Clash Royale about it. And honestly, there's a couple I would argue with, but yeah, there's always going to be a poll you can just put your disagreements or agreements with. So the first one, gotta get this out of the way, Boss Bandit got a fucking nerf, finally, alright? Been waiting for a while for the Boss Bandit nerf, but it's, it's finally happened. It only took him, what, 3 months to fix the most broken card in the game, but she's getting a 3% health nerf, so it's pretty good. I mean, 3%, it's not nearly enough. Honestly, she deserves, I'd say, at least like a 8-ish% health nerf, I'd say. Maybe 10, but I think 8 would definitely be pretty good. Make her still strong, because champions are supposed to be stronger than regular cards, but 3 is just not enough. I mean, come on, the cards are game-breakingly OP, and 3% is not going to change anything. You're literally taking, like, a skeleton hit off of its HP, so... yeah, really a little bit disappointed with that. She's still like way too tanky. Like, a bandit card should not have almost the same health as a royal giant, so like she's only like 400 health shy of being the same as a royal giant, so it's kind of a bit too much. And then you got the lightning. Now the lightning has been a pretty problematic card. It's really frustrating when you're playing against beatdown, because it's great in beatdown, and it makes it that you can just kill a lot of cards. It's really hard to protect those cards when you're facing against lightning, and it's a very strong card. It's like the best beatdown spell. At least it's the only good beatdown big spell. You don't run rocket in beatdown, right? It's very good, and it can just absolutely destroy your opponents in a lot of matchups. So I guess Clash Royale figured it's gonna nerf it somehow, but you can't nerf the lightning. So I agree that you can't actually nerf the actual damage of the card, because if he doesn't kill a witch, doesn't kill a knee dragon, you have some big problems. So they're gonna go for the tower HP damage. So I think that's how you'd have to nerf the card, that or the radius. But I don't think it needs that much of a nerf, I'm going to be honest. It already doesn't do a crazy amount. Like 318 is okay, and a lot of time you don't even try to hit the Tower of Lightning, especially in endgame, because you could try to get most value on the cards as possible, because with a lightning, honestly, when you're playing a beatdown push, going for the extra card to kill that can get you the get your whole push on tower is going to be more often a lot more than 300 damage, right? Like a golem on the tower is more than 300 damage. I think we can all agree about that, but it's a pretty big nerf. I think they're taking it down from 318 down to, I believe, they're taking it down 17%. So you can do the math for that. Yeah, I'm actually don't have the notes right next to me. I'm just filming this on the car right after the work, and I got to go something right after this, so a little bit busy. But yeah, it's a big nerf. I mean, considerable nerf. It's still gonna do like 260-ish or something like that, so it's gonna do a good amount of tower damage nonetheless. But you know, it's a lot. Then you got the Ice Spirit. The Ice Spirit gonna be going from, I believe, 166 down to 110. So back to what it originally was for the Evil Ice Spirit. Sorry, the Evil Ice Spirit, going down to the original damage it used to have. So it's a big nerf. The only interaction this is really changing is that it can't one-shot a Spear Goblin, and well, it's going to do less damage overall. It's getting like a 50% damage nerf. It's a lot. All right, it's not a 50%, sorry, 33%. It's a lot of, it's a pretty big damage nerf. I mean, you never really use the Evil Eye Spirit for the damage. I mean, the damage is a nice little thing, but to be fair, the damage the Evil Eye Spirit provides is like the same thing as like 2 Dark Goblin shots, so it's nothing insane, but still considerable, you know. I think the card, I mean, it wasn't even that broken, honestly. It was strong, but there's a lot of evils people just play over it, so I don't really think it needed the nerf that badly. But I guess Supercell thought otherwise. I don't like the nerf they're giving, and I think it's due for a rework, because with 2 freezes and the big damage, it's a little strong, but then with the no damage, it's honestly really shitty. But not really shitty, but it's not great. I think there could be a way they can work around it. I'd say maybe nerf the damage and give it a slowdown effect or something. That could be pretty cool. I like to see Clash Royale try that out. But hey, who am I? Supercell doesn't seem to be listening to anyone from the community recently. That's actually kind of capped. They've been doing some good things. Next is the Evil Witch. Now, the Evil Witch just got released this season, so they're pulling the classic thing of the fucking... they're basically rug pulling their Clash Royale cards. If you don't know what rug pulling is, it's like when... well, it's something to do with meme coins. I'm not actually too experienced with it, but it's something to do with you make the meme coins go up a shit ton in value, a bunch of people buy it, and then you just take them all away and you make a bunch of money or something like that, right? And the thing drops in value. It's a big scam. I don't know if it's fraudulent or legal, but it's definitely not viewed very positively. So that's what Clash Royale does. They just release a broken evolution and make everyone pay for it, and then they fucking nerf it, and it's kind of shit. So that's what they were doing to the Wish, just gonna nerf the amount of heals from each skeleton. Not a crazy amount, but it's still gonna nerf it, heal a good amount, but not quite as much as it used to do. And to be fair, the Evil Witch is pretty broken. I've played against it quite a few times in ranked, and it's kind of annoying because you have to be very careful. You have to go for the Witch, not the skeletons, but that means you need to have a splash card or perfectly place your single target card right on top of the Witch, which is pretty hard when it's surrounded by skeletons. And especially if you do stuff like play a tube shot at the bridge in the opposite lane, so the Witch is constantly getting healed. I don't know, it's pretty stupid. There's a lot of things I don't like about the card, but I don't have it, so that's why I'm complaining. If I had it, I'd be pissed that it's getting a nerf, but I don't have it, so I have no problems with it. So hell yeah, I guess, but I just hate that Supercell always does that. But hold on, let me get to the other evolution. Give me 1 sec. I gotta check these things back. I forgot them. And now we've got the buffs. All right, so the first buff we're getting, right? Away with all these dumbass nerfs, you got the buffs, because you can't just have nerfs that destroys the meta. So you got a buff, Cannon Cart. I don't know if you guys saw the rework it got. It made it so it doesn't have the shield phase and the cart phase or whatever. They got rid of the whole shield thing, and now it's just a big unit with 1 health, like the Evil Goblin Giant or the Goblin Demolitioner, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, they're just... That nerf made the card way worse, because a lot of time the cart would be low on health and it gets hit by a P.E.K.K.A. and it takes like 10 damage because of the shield, but now it's actually going to take the full thing, which is definitely a big nerf to the card. But now it's got it had a 5% buff to compensate for that originally, but it still was definitely way worse than it used to be. So they gave it another 5% buff, and I think this could be pretty good. I think should make the card definitely strong again, but like, I always find out the card being shit, man. Like, I hated playing against Cannon Card. That card was every fucking where. Like, that card was way too good. Like, it was everywhere in recruits, mortar, bait. It's like, get that shit out of the game. Like, honestly, like, it doesn't have to be strong again. Now it's gonna be super strong, 10% HP. It's like 1 level above. So honestly, I don't know what Supercell's doing here. I think maybe like 3% would have been good, 2%. I don't even think it needed anything. But yeah, now it's gonna be able to fucking tank a lot of stuff. It's gonna be way tankier. So it's gonna feel like you're playing an overleveled cannon card, is really it's gonna feel like. And next, we have the Goblin Demolitioner. Now this card's been shit for a while, so I'm happy to see this card getting a buff. It's only been used in like some Golem decks and Drill decks, and it's been okay in those, but it's just, you just play the Evil Bomber instead, it's way better. So what they're doing is they just make it have a 25% longer lifetime when it's in its Allahu Akbar phase, right? So that's good, definitely a good change, because it seemed to die pretty quickly, and now it's actually going to be kind of a pain in the ass to stop it from connecting to your tower unless you have a building. So I like that. It's actually more reliable at getting damage on tower, and it's going to be able to tank also a little bit more on defense when it's in that phase, which is nice. I like that, big fan of that. But yeah, I think that's definitely a good nerf buff, sorry, and I don't have any problems with that one at all. Pretty good buff, very based Clash Royale. Now we have the Little Prince, and this one, oh my god, I've been waiting for a Little Prince buff for so long, man. This card has been shit ever since they made it, like, so it takes 3 shots to kill a goblin. It's been so unusable, but now they don't, so it's actually good, and it's gonna do like, it's getting like a 5 damage increase. It's going from like 97 to 102 or something like that. So it's getting like, you know, like 4% more damage, but it trades a lot of interactions. Like, it's gonna 2-shot goblins. I don't think it's gonna be able to 2-shot minions. No, it definitely won't be able to 2-shot minions. But 2-shotting goblins is already a big change for the card, and it's just going to make it tear down things a lot faster, so it's actually good when it's got its high fire rate engaged. So that's really a good buff. I like it. Maybe they could have done a little bit for its ability. The ability is not also that good right now. It's like 3 elixir for seemingly nothing. You're just getting a worse knight, and the pushback is not nearly as good as it used to be. But yeah, I think that's overall a pretty good buff. Definitely a step in the right direction for Little Prince, making all the champions great again. Make champions great again. But yeah, hell hella good buff. And then now we have the Rune Giant. The Rune Giant is getting an HP buff, and I think that's pretty called for. The Rune Giant definitely needed the HP buff. It's been such a shitty card. I mean, like, ever since they made it that the buff doesn't last forever after it dies, it's just not the same. Like, it's really unusable without that. So I guess they're figuring they give an HP buff so it stays alive longer. And I think it's 8%. This stays alive longer and the buff lasts longer, which is good. I still think it's definitely a very awkward card to play, but now it's gonna have really good stats for the cost. It might even be just good as a solo win condition or just something to kite or just tank for a big push. So, because 4 elixir, you're getting like a 3,000 health card. It's pretty good for 4 elixir. The Giant's got 4,000 for comparison, and it's a 5 elixir card. So I think that's definitely a step in the right direction for the Rune Giant, because obviously they can't make the ability. Not its ability, but its enchantment thing overpowered, because that just breaks the game and it ruins the game for everyone, because then you got a meta that's just, let me spam E-Dragon, Little Prince, Dark Goblin with that at the bridge, and just spam it as much as I can and get the big push and win the game, and nothing can stop me. So definitely good. Good buff on their behalf. I like that. And now, last one. I actually like this one a lot too. Evil Wizard getting a buff. Hell yeah. So I don't know if you've been on top of the Evil Wizard's balancing, but it used to have a really tanky shield at a point where it could tank an arrows, which is stupid. It should never be able to tank an arrows. But now it dies to a zap, so it's kind of a weak little shield. And then, so now the shield's been shit, and the damage from the shield's been shit, and the wizard's just a shit card, right? So now they're failing, we gotta buff something, right? So they're buffing the damage from the shield, they're giving it like a lot, they're giving it like 25%, so it's gonna go from like 220 to 280, which is pretty good. If she ain't 280, she ain't a lady. But 280 is a lot of damage. I don't know what interactions that would necessarily change. Might be able to make it enough to kill a Dart Goblin, if it didn't already. So that's pretty slick. I like that. I should have no clue if I could kill a Dark Goblin or not before, but other than that, it's not a whole lot of crazy interactions, but it's just going to be extra damage. It's going to be pretty much the same damage as the Wizard does for its regular shots. I think Wizard does around 280, 275 for its regular shots at level 11, by the way. So yeah, it's good consistently change. I like that. It's still going to be pretty decent. Make it a little bit more punishing to play Starfight on top of the Wizard and help it take things out a little bit faster. You know, it's like an extra 50 damage overall in its lifetime. So something, step in the right direction for the card. I think you could use a bit more than that. I like to see the regular Wizard become strong, but at the same time, it's kind of a toxic card to play against, so I'm not complaining too much. But yeah, that's about it for the balances. Overall, okay. There's a lot that I like to see. I mean, I'd like to see the Prince get a change. Prince has been a little bit too OP for too long. Some cards also have been a little bit too strong. Like, obviously the Evil Goblin Barrel is still problematic. The Dark Goblin is still problematic. The Goblin Gang is still a problematic card. If you can tell, I hate bait. But, you know, the arrows are still everywhere, but don't nerf the arrows. They're good where they are. It's just a bait meta, making the arrows appear everywhere. There's also some weak cards like the Furnace. They still have to fix that. A few other cards that are, let me think, really shitty. What's the win condition that no one plays right now? Honestly, I guess Elixir Golem and Golem aren't great right now, but I'd like to keep it that way. Giant isn't great right now. I mean, it's okay, but it's not insane. Balloon's doing just fine. I think Lava Hound's doing just fine. Mortar's doing just fine. Expo's not doing well, but hell yeah, keep it that way. But yeah, I mean, maybe they can nerf Archer Queen too. It's a bit too strong. Like to see a buff to some buildings, like maybe the Inferno Tower or the Bomb Tower could be a nice buff to those buildings. I think maybe the Void is very due for a buff. I would love to see a Void buff. Maybe Skarmy could get a buff, or an Evil, that'd be beautiful. What else? I do think that the Golden Knights still could use maybe a little bit more, and the Little Prince could definitely use a little bit more. The Rocket, it's not crazy right now, but yeah, it's kind of about it. So if you have any ideas, let me know. But really, I'm not gonna do anything. Just fucking let Supercell know, or let Royal API know down in their polls. And yeah, I don't should do anything about it. But thanks a lot for watching. Fuck you, Heavy. Let me know how you guys like the car video. Kind of awkward to film it, but it is what it is. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.